And we are live with Lauren Alaina. Hello, are you you're not barefoot? I was expecting barefoot and buck wild.
I can kick these puppies off if you need me to.
But do you have, when you sing on stage, can you sing and wear heels? Does that make
like I actually mastered it. Wasn't my thing at first.
Is it hard because like where
I do get
sing,
to walk without them actually, if you want me to be honest.
Well, I think when you sing, it's like where it comes from, and it seems like you have to balance yourself. Does that take like forever to figure that out, or is it just natural?
Yeah, no, it's not natural. Oh wait, the singing part comes natural. The shoes, it's a learned technique, and some of us are not as good at it as others.
And to do a concert for how like an hour and a half, 10 to 15 songs in a concert?
Yeah, I mean it's your feet hurt really bad by the end of the show. Trust me.
Oh, and congratulations! You just graduated.
I did. I graduated high school.
You blow me away. I swear. I mean, just like the fact that you just stayed, in school and finished that. And
I know it was not easy.
Crazy.
Because unlike most people my age, I didn't go to school. I did it on the road, and I didn't really have a teacher. I did it on this online program. It was so hard. And I'm so glad I'm done with it because it was definitely a challenge.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
Okay, so Tony Thomas.
Hey there, Lauren. Has there been a fan experience that you've had as you being the fan that's shaped how you deal with fans of yours, either to the good or the bad? Did you ever, have a chance to meet someone who you admired and it went great, or it didn't go well, and that's colored how you deal with fans?
Yeah, actually, I met Carrie Underwood right before my finale on American Idol, and I freaked out. Like, it was really embarrassing. I'm still kind of embarrassed to this day, and it was 2 years ago. I cried. I was so excited. I was like so excited, and then I saw her and bawled. Like, it was like, I can't go meet her. Does my makeup look good? And I was like running everywhere. I was like, this is so embarrassing. And she was so sweet to me and so kind, and she was like, oh, it's too early to be crying, and just a sweetheart. And it was like, it just made me feel so good. Like, she just treated me like, I don't know, to this day she treats me like a little sister. So excellent. It's really touching.
And has that influenced you then when fans come up to you and are very emotional, so that you've got that understanding of knowing what it's like being that person?
It's kind of it. Actually, I met a girl earlier today, and she was shaking like she couldn't keep herself together, and I was so excited. She was 16 years old. I'm only 18, so it's not a huge difference there, but she was very. It's a great feeling. You can't, if you don't like that when people are excited to meet you, you're a cold person because it's the best feeling in the world to have somebody appreciate what you do and be so excited to meet you and think that you're really awesome, because you're just you in your eyes, and then you see like somebody else can think that you're just like this huge, amazing person, and it's really sweet.
I'm sure when parents meet you and kids meet you and they like have these dreams or they want to go on American Idol, they ask for advice, or what kind of advice would you give somebody?
That's tough because everybody's path is different. I was on American Idol. Some people start out on Broadway and they get discovered. I mean, there's a million different ways. It's just, it takes a lot of hard work. And, you'll fall down 7,000 times, and, there might be one time where you really hit it the right way and it all works out. So just, I guess not giving up is the best thing to do because it's hard and you have to be prepared for it.
Wise at 18. Okay, I'm going over to Beth. You are wise. Bethany Priest in Keene, New Hampshire.
Hey, so I want to know what songwriter in Nashville you would love to work with.
I've actually been writing with a lot of them, preparing for this next album. So, like all of my favorites I've written with pretty much. I can tell you who my favorites are. Is that okay? Is that
cool? Go for that.
Well, I write with Chris Stefano a lot. And I've written with Luke Laird. He's hilarious. And Ashley Gorley. And John Knight. I would say those are my top few people.
Awesome. Danielle or Stephanie, jump in.
I'll take it. Now, is it just me, or does Lauren remind you of Scarlett from Nashville?
Oh,
Just her mannerisms and everything.
Just Southern Belle.
The way
Yeah.
she's talking.
Just the way she's talking and the way she presents herself. It's just so Scarlett from Nashville.
Well, you know what? Scarlett's actually an Aussie, so maybe she picked up and studied her.
Wow.
There's her inspiration.
My question is, you just recorded the theme song for the new SeaWorld attraction. How did that go?
Oh, it really good. I actually went to Orlando a couple of weeks ago, and I got to get the ride takes you through the penguin exhibit and like where they live or whatever. And I got to actually get in on the ice and play with them. And my favorite part was there was this little new baby, king penguin. I think it was a king penguin, I'm pretty sure. And it's like kind of tall compared to the rest of them and really fluffy. And when they're born, which I didn't know this, when they're born, they feel like a teddy bear, and then they lose that hair and they get like feathers. But they like to cuddle when they're babies. And this little baby was like cuddling with me, and it was really, really awesome.
What a cool experience.
It was cool. And then we did the opening of the ride, and you know, when it's crazy to be on a ride and hear your voice playing while you're riding it. So it was really cool.
When you hear yourself on the radio, does that still feel, do you get like...
Yeah. Yeah, it's a crazy feeling to be riding in the car and your song come on the radio. And I just put a new song out. It's called Barefoot and Buck Wild. I don't know if y'all know that, but and I haven't heard it on the radio yet. It just went for ads Monday, so it's very new. And I'm excited and waiting for that moment.
And Barefoot and Buck Wild is also the name of the album, right?
The album is still like in the process, so that we don't have the name or anything together yet.
I love the visual, like all of the album art that you put together. It looks good.
Thanks.
It's cool. You just look so sassy.
Well, you know, I just do what the people who are taking the pictures say, and then other people design it for me. So
awesome.
The only thing I can take credit for is the face.
You don't sit at your computer at night and make that stuff?
No, I don't. If I was that, I would be really awesome if I could do all that.
She's like, I produce my record. I
actually mix the tracks, play all the instruments.
And I go to every radio station. I ask them to play. We do.
I do. Yeah.
Are you on a radio tour right now?
I think we're about to start up on one. I mean, I've been going around. It's just I'm recording, and I'm going to be out doing festivals and radio promo tour. So I'll be pretty busy.
Someone who doesn't know what a radio tour is, explain to that if they're watching this.
Oh, basically you just you go around everywhere and you do small shows for radio stations and hope that they play your song.
Like 3 or 4 small shows a day, and then all the fans come, and it's like the radio station's kind of like test the song.
Yeah, and you're in a different place every day. So.
And you're like,
where am I going next?
I don't know. Like every day for 10, sometimes 10, 20 days in a row. Yeah. Any questions? If you want to ask Lauren a question, use #CM Chat on Twitter or #Gone Country on Google+. Also, I don't think Danielle has got to ask a question. Danielle, go.
Yeah, let me think. What can we ask? What is your dream collaboration?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm not with the easy ones.
Bruno Mars.
You know, I could see that. I could totally see that working.
I love him.
Awesome.
A lot.
Is there anybody you have a celebrity crush on?
Bruno Mars.
Oh, that's your crush. And you went around. And you. Oh, wait. Oh, we just got on by Shane.
I had to ambush the interview.
Oh, please.
Come on in.
We got interview, what is that called? Interview bombed.
But it's interview bombed.
Country now.
Don't let me interrupt. Go ahead.
We were just like asking questions and random questions and from here. But I want to hear what would you like to know?
Bruno Mars too.
Really? That's crazy.
He's a great one to pick, I tell you.
Oh, and we've been asking everybody. George Strait, I'm sure you're a fan of George Strait. 60 #1 hits, 6 years.
Can you believe that?
I know you're like in line for that too, though. At 18, you've got that could be you one day. But what's your favorite George Strait #1?
Oh my goodness, there are so many. I really like Check Yes or No. That's one of my favorite George Strait songs. I just remember listening to it as a little girl, and I want to be like that.
Oh my gosh. I thought
it was cool. You're on the same label. Your label mates with George. You participated in a video campaign to help push the single along. I thought that was pretty cool that the artist did that for him.
Yeah, that was really cool, and we got to tell our favorite moment or like an encounter that we had with him. And he actually told me that his family voted for me on American Idol. So how many people get to say that?
That is
That's pretty cool. That was one of the highlights of my career.
Oh my gosh, I love that. So anybody back over here in our hangout have a question? We have.
Lauren, I've got one. You've been able to do so many things for someone your age. One of them is when Jessica was talking about radio tours. You've been to pretty much every corner of the United States, which is something someone your age, most people haven't done. How has that travel affected you, seeing so much of this country?
Well, before American Idol, I had only been to Daytona Beach, and one time I went to Wisconsin and stayed in my little small town. I mean, I thought like going to Chattanooga, Tennessee was a big city. So it's definitely opened my eyes as to how different people are in different places, because everywhere you go, people are it's crazy that we all are from the same country, but everyone is so different. You know what I mean? I didn't really know that because I never really met people from far away. And it's really great to be able to travel around and see places that otherwise I would have never seen, and all the time, like every day.
I love that.
I've got one. Also label mates with Scotty McCreery. Mm-hmm. You guys had your run together on American Idol, but with busy lives now, how often do you get to stay in touch, and do you make a point to keep in touch?
I mean, we see each other in Nashville and at award shows and stuff, but it's so hard to keep in touch with even your like my best friend. I never see my best friend hardly ever that I grew up with, so it's definitely hard to keep in touch with anyone. But I mean, I see him quite a bit. I mean, we have the same career choice, so I see him in Nashville when we're both in Nashville, but other than that I don't really get to see him that often. So
do you live here in Nashville now?
I don't. I'm moving here later this year.
Okay.
Ooh, that's an exclusive.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we'll have to circle back to that. That's because I think everybody always thinks that artists live in Nashville, but you guys are touring, so you live in a bus.
I just turned 18, so legally I couldn't really live without my parents until like 6 months ago.
Oh.
So.
Okay, I'm getting the wrap it up sign, but I'm excited that you're going to be able to. Let me pull this out of your eye right.
Oh.
Do you have that little piece of hair?
Just
I got it.
Rip it out.
Oh my gosh, you're so cool. You're badass. Like I think,
gone.
like if you ever got in a bar fight, what other country artist would you want to have behind you? Like when you turn 21.
Miranda Lambert.
Me too. Or you. When you turn 21, I'd be like, oh, I want Lauren would protect me. Or Shane Talbot.
I'd have your back.
I know you would. I could tell. I've hung out with you and your family. You guys are awesome.
I've taken boxing.
Really?
Yeah.
An exclusive there too.
We
got to circle back to that. Maybe go film at the boxing class too. Or maybe put you in the ring with Shane. Let you.
I saw you fight at the softball game last year. I'm not getting involved in that.
Uh-oh. Another exclusive.
She can get hot when someone gets after her.
Oh, I mean, this one is a firecracker.
What can I say?
You're going to have an amazing life. I just love watching you. It's just been ever since even watching you on TV to having you sit right here.
Thank you.
It's awesome, an honor to participate too and get to know you. And I voted for you also.
Oh, well, thank you.
But don't tell Scotty.
I won't. I won't tell him.
Just kidding. I don't care. Shane, question? We got to go.
I
spy a DJ Silver in the background over there. I know.
I love him.
I know we all are hanging out at the ACMs.
Here, trade places with me, and then you can.
What a segue into DJ